This is for the win from 29 from the right hash. Koo's kick is good. Here is Durant for the win. James for the win. It's gone. LeBron James at the buzzer.
Hold on, say all of that again. Just say all of that again.
Say it.
The last sentence.
I can't, man. That's just how I feel at the time.
Oh, wow.
You gonna be like that. You gonna be like that. That's how we gonna start it off. That's how we gonna start it off. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of For the Win Vodcast. We got Wilson and we got Charles back again. Mr. Dansby. How about them Cowboys? How about them?
I'm embarrassed. I apologize to the people for standing by them cowards. I apologize for saying Dak is a great quarterback. He's not. I apologize for talking any good sweet nothings about Mike McCarthy. He don't know what he's doing. I want Dak gone. I want Mike out. Promote Dan Quinn. I think he's a great coach. Should never left the Falcons. I'm embarrassed. I apologize to the people. This won't happen again. Next year, I promise I'm going to be quiet all the way up into the playoffs. I will not speak on the Cowboys. I will not say nothing positive. I'm going to just say, hey, I hope we have a good... I'm going to be a Giants fan next year. I'm just going to be quiet.
No.
And once it work out, then I'm going to speak positive. But...
No.
I'm not going to say nothing.
Now, I've sat here for weeks, and you know, I've allowed you guys to. Well, first of all, you started the season off bashing the Giants, and lo and behold, we end up in the same. We make it the same amount of rounds in the playoffs. I mean, you got to atone for that too, my man.
I'm embarrassed. I'm telling you, I'm embarrassed.
I mean, but even coming off the game where the Cowboys, basically slaughtered the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, the Cowboys fans were riding high. Like, we literally about to win the Super Bowl after beating a team that's 8-9, less than 500.
You know what's crazy? Like, the first drive that the 49ers had, the Cowboys defense looked so good. I was like, this might actually happen. Like, but then, you know, I'm in my group chats and we're talking about Dak's going to get Dak.
Yep.
There's always one interception that's tipped, and then there's another one that's completely his fault.
Yeah.
Gives terrible field position. Don't be so stressed, man. What's done is done.
Go.
He got to go. My team got destroyed.
But see, I don't think I can't put this all on Dak. Dak plays a major part. But I also think a recipe for disaster with this game actually came back in the Tampa Bay game with Brett Maher, the kicker situation. I think the play calling in the game versus the 49ers, like they got to like third down and long, and it was like, okay, we gotta pick up some yards just to go for it on fourth down, just so we don't have to put our kicker in the game. I think the play calling, you know, just based off of that kind of hurt y'all just because y'all didn't trust the kicker.
Right.
So.
Tony Pollard going down.
That too.
Yeah.
Hurt as well because Zeke is a fullback now. He is no longer a starting running back in the league. He is a 3rd and 1, 3rd and goal type of player now.
Getting paid all that money
but
too.
You still got a $40 million quarterback though. Like, we have a $40 million quarterback. He's worth $40 million. You gotta come on, man. You can't throw 2 interceptions. You cannot lose to Mr. Irrelevant. He cannot have a better game than you. Like, he had a better game.
At this point, when do we get to the point where we just realize this is who Dak Prescott is? Like,
I want him gone.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Like, where do we stand with Dak? Does Do the Cowboys have to move forward without that?
I think you got to finish out the contract. Because I don't think he's tradable. I don't think we'll get assets that we would want. Like I don't see nobody saying, "Here's 2 first-round picks for Dak." Like I think people are going. They would try to cheat us, maybe give us 2 second-rounders and a 4th and a 7th.
Well,
Something like
I think
he wasn't even
I think
he wasn't even a first rounder though.
right, but he's a $40 million quarterback.
I think teams will line up to take on the fossil fuels that Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are before they take on Dak in the prime, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's funny.
He gotta go. Finish
That's
out the
funny.
last year. He can finish out the last year. I don't care how good he plays. It's a contract year. He's gonna play amazing. That's a trick. Do not renew the contract. Don't re-up. Get rid of him. Bring somebody in. Just bring in a serviceable, manageable quarterback. Somebody who can just manage the game. And we're good to
That's
go.
what Dak was supposed to be.
Right? Yeah, that's what he was supposed to be.
He was supposed to be one of the best game managers there are. Like that was kind of like his brand.
Kellen Moore, man. Kellen Moore. Trying to open up a playbook.
You know what I
Sean
hear?
McVay.
You know what I hear? It's just a bunch of excuses from the Cowboys. That's all I hear. And literally,
Hold on. Like I know you were talking about contract year. Where are y'all with Daniel Jones? Because like I'm kind of concerned as a Giants fan because he played well enough.
Give him
this
his
year
money.
yeah,
but
Give him his money.
I'm not sure he's the solution. like we might have a situation on our hands.
He's a 29 million quarterback.
yeah. I mean, as long as he's not trying to break the bank, I think you
Yeah.
have to give it to him. He played well. He played very well this year. And I know I brought this up at the beginning of the season. This was going to be a year that we test Daniel Jones to see is he the long-term answer, or do the Giants need to move forward after this season? And I think he proved that.
Yeah.
So
He finally got a coach. He
Yeah.
never had a coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say coaching.
never
coaching
really
helped
had
quite
an
a bit. He got
O-line.
the turnovers down.
Yeah, Saquon has always been
Saquon
hurt.
didn't go
Yeah.
down for a long time. Yeah.
You got to pay him. I'll take him. I'll take Daniel. We can win a Super Bowl with Daniel. That's fine with me.
so now you're telling me Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott?
He's not better, but he's serviceable. He's going to do his job. He's not trying to overplay the game. Right? So, Daniel Jones is not trying to come to the line and audible out of everything.
Okay.
Daniel Jones,
What's the backup in Philly? Minshew?
Gardner Minshew?
I wouldn't take him.
You would take Minshew?
I don't want no
You
back.
wouldn't take Cooper Rush? You wouldn't
No.
just move him up?
Absolutely.
No?
That's not enough. It's not enough.
Would you take Brock Purdy?
No. I don't think Brock is good. I don't think he's good.
Okay, so let's.
I just think he has George Kittle. Some of them balls was terrible, but you got George Kittle.
Let's use that to segue to this weekend. Let's start with the NFC. So, I'm trying not to make the mistake that fans make, where like coming off of a blowout, it's like, oh yeah, this team's definitely gonna win. Like we did it with the Cowboys. We saw what they did to the Bucks, and you just felt good about them.
No, let's fix that phrase. Only Cowboys fans did that for the Cowboys. No one else did that.
Fair.
Continue.
So, all right, Eagles, 49ers. Where are we with them?
I'm gonna let you go first, Charles.
Eagles. I really don't think the 49ers is that good of a team. I think they have an amazing defense, but I feel like the Cowboys have an amazing defense, and I really feel like you got to really be able to put up a great amount of points. I feel like the Eagles are a team that can score in many different ways, right? The quarterback is better than the Cowboys quarterback. He has amazing weapons on the outside. He has an amazing running back. They're going to score a lot of points. I really don't have a lot of faith in the 49ers, and I really don't have a lot of faith in the quarterback. I really feel like George Kittle just made plays that was just like, wow, like he's the best player on the field right now. Like, how many times? Well, he could do that a lot, but you can't win that way all the time. You can't win just throwing the ball and he fumbling it all in the air before he catches it. Like, you can't play that way.
I feel like you're subconsciously trying to make yourself feel better about
Yes, yes.
what happened last week, but I'll allow it since we've moved on. But just know I peeped it.
For me, I had a really tough time trying to pick a winner in this game because of the fact that I think both of these teams are the best two teams in the NFC, and I think they're a lot more on an even playing scale than Charles thinks. We are talking about two of the best defenses in the league right now. Both the 49ers and the Eagles have, top two defenses. Their ability to take away the ball, win the turnover battle. And then on the offensive side, I think, and me, I'm a huge fundamental type of guy. When it comes to sports, I believe in fundamentals. And when it comes down to the playoffs in football, you got to be able to run the ball and you got to be able to play defense. The Eagles ran for like almost 300 yards last week and played defense. And I think that is going to help the Eagles a little bit more than the 49ers. So I guess I'm talking myself into the Philadelphia Eagles because even when we started the podcast, I still really didn't know. I couldn't choose, but I think I'm convincing myself to pick the Philadelphia Eagles. And I mean, you still got two weapons like Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. And A.J. Brown only had 20 yards receiving last week. So we could see anything happen with this Philadelphia Eagles.
They can win a lot of ways.
Right, we could see anything happen with this Philadelphia Eagles offense. Yeah, so I'm gonna say Philadelphia Eagles as well, but I think it'll be a close game though.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. I got the Eagles as well. I'm interested to see how Brock Purdy handles that pass rush because didn't they have an NFL record or the most sacks in a year in the longest time? So like that, along with how they have to deal with their multifaceted offense, I think it's going to be a lot for the 49ers. 49ers have weapons out the wazoo, but we'll see what Brock is made of. We'll see what Brock is made of, and I'm hoping by now all the skepticism around Jalen Hurts can kind of like dissipate. Like even if he has a bad game, I feel like there's still just a large contingency of people out there like they're waiting for Jalen Hurts to play bad, and then it's like, see, I told you about Jalen Hurts, but I think the man has proven like this season what he's about.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, and his toughness too. I mean, just to play with an injury. I think it was like a shoulder injury. Showing his toughness as well.
All right, so Chiefs, Bengals. Where are we with this? We got an AFC Championship rematch.
Right.
And I want to note, I think it was yesterday press conference when Pat Mahomes, left after, doing his media time. He didn't have a boot, and he wasn't limping either. Now, it was like 4 steps, but still, like I feel like there might be something there. So, Corey, who you got in that matchup?
This is another one. I just don't know. And I'm going to just talk myself into a pick right now. But I think the thing with this one, like you said, the injury, it all comes down to Patrick Mahomes and his ability to move around in the pocket.
We live.
Yeah, so with this Chiefs and Bengals matchup, it's gonna come down to Patrick Mahomes' ability to move around in the pocket, man. We saw the injury happen, and before the injury, he was moving around in the pocket, making those flashy throws that we like to see and all that. But once he got injured, he became more contained to that pocket, and if the Bengals can rally around that and keep him in the pocket and force him to make plays that he doesn't, always make, then I think that'll be, a deciding factor. And I mean, we've also seen, Patrick Mahomes can't beat Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. I mean, so I think it's hard to pick against Mahomes, bro. It really is. But I think I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're going to return back to to the Super Bowl, man. I believe in Joe Burrow. He is an elite quarterback. They have a great defense that can get after the quarterback. And Jamar Chase is one of the top wide receivers in this league. They too, like I said, my fundamentals about running the ball and playing defense. They have a running game in Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon ran for over 100 yards last week with a touchdown. And I'm gonna say Bengals.
Yeah, I feel like there are more game scripts. Like there are more ways that the Bengals can win. Like I think Mahomes has to be great in order for them to win. I do not think Joe Burrow has to be great in order for the Bengals to win. What you thinking, Charles?
I think that if Pat Mahomes loses this game, I question his legacy.
Whoa.
I'm questioning his legacy.
What in the Skip Bayless? What are we doing?
You cannot continue to lose to the same person over and over and over again, and
Stop it.
always
No.
consider you great.
No.
It's
Stop
a
it.
reason why Peyton Manning
Stop
is
it.
not the greatest football player of all time. You can't beat Tom Brady.
This man has
No, he doesn't have 8. He doesn't have 7 Super Bowls.
Because you can't beat Tom.
No.
this man literally
He beat Tom in the
I
championship.
don't care about
He
no
beat him
Super
in the
Bowl
AFC.
one. I don't care about the MVP. If you don't beat Burrow, your legacy is in question.
This man continuously goes to the AFC Championship every single year.
3-0 versus
I got a question. Charles, I have a question. Before the last 2 weeks, how many people knew that Burrow was 3-0 versus Patrick Mahomes? Like that's just a narrative that's been cooked up. Like, and now we're trying to make it this one-on-one thing. He beat him. Like Joe Burrow beat him in the AFC Championship last year. But like, let's not act like that has been like a thing. Like Pat Mahomes can't beat Joe Burrow. Like, please don't be that guy.
Yeah.
He can't though. He got to beat him. If he beats him, you can dang near stamp his legacy. And Pat Mahomes, because the Bengals banged up too. They got a lot of offensive line problems.
We're talking about legacy in his 4th or 5th year. His 5th year.
I don't want to hear about how he's the greatest thing we've seen since Aaron Rodgers. And nah, man.
Well,
He really
have we seen anything better than that since Aaron Rodgers?
He gonna be just like Aaron Rodgers. Can't win when it's time to win. Can't win when it's time to win. It's time to win, Pat.
They said, look.
So no, I'm saying like so. It's in 4 seasons. He's been to the Super Bowl twice, and the AFC Championship twice. Now, this is where I'm really going to get you because you're a LeBron fan,
Right?
If we're going to give LeBron credit for going to 8 straight finals, but he couldn't beat Steph Curry. Let's just completely disregard they had a super team that
Right.
Let's just make it LeBron, Steph Curry. No. I'm saying so. Like nuance and common sense says that if you say LeBron couldn't beat Steph Curry, that doesn't make sense. So if you're gonna say Patrick Mahomes can't beat Joe Burrow, like that is
It's the same thing.
the worst of sports.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm gonna retort you. Because,
Okay.
They did beat Steph, right? Before they became the super team. So they did beat Steph before they became a super team. It becomes a problem.
Super duper
Now,
team, but yeah.
if he never beat Steph, right? If he never beat Steph, it's like, come on, man. How can I call you? You never won. You never beat Steph one time, right? But you win one time. I can give it to
So
you.
because he beat him one time.
I need Pat Mahomes to win. I need him to win tomorrow.
But you do also realize like Patrick Mahomes actually has a Super Bowl.
Right.
Joe Burrow does it.
That's good.
And so
happy
now we're
for him.
questioning a person's legacy that
got
actually has a Super Bowl compared to somebody who doesn't.
So let's talk. So the game
I
is
got to.
offense, defense. Like, so the quarterback's job is to score. Joe Burrow I think I saw the stat today. Joe Burrow's never had 28 points in a playoff game. Patrick Mahomes averages 32. Like, let's not get sloppy. Like, come on now.
And they say he couldn't do it without Tyreek Hill being on his team, and he's consistently put up points with the likes of Juju Smith-Schuster and all
Who's
these.
not trash.
I'm not saying he's trash, but he's not a Tyreek Hill.
I agree. Show me on Sunday. It's time, man.
So to be honest, I think like I'm interested to see what the Bengals do with Travis Kelce. Like, are they gonna make the Jujus of the world beat them? Like, is Pacheco and Derek, what's his name? I forget his last name. You know, like, are they gonna force them to beat him? Because last week, you know, these dump down passes to Kelce were just given by the Jags. Like, it was
Right.
as if it wasn't a part of the game plan. Like,
And I don't understand that at all. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm bracketing Kelce. I'm hitting him off the line. I'm doing everything to disrupt his pattern, and I'm not allowing that guy to beat me.
right.
So I think Charles, you still haven't told us who you picking.
Oh, I'm rolling with Pat.
Right.
Because it's for legacy. I'm rolling with Pat for legacy purposes. I believe Pat knows I gotta win this game. I gotta win this game. I cannot lose to Burrow because it's not just me. There's a narrative out here right now. There's a narrative out here. And when there's a narrative, I gotta close this narrative.
Football is the ultimate team sport.
Yes.
It don't matter what you care about. Like, we saw last year Josh Allen losing the playoffs because he didn't get a chance to get the ball. Like, I know it's fun to do, but like the whole quarterback versus quarterback thing, like, come on.
Yeah.
I agree.
Patrick
But when a
Mahomes
team wins, man, most of the time the quarterback gonna get the credit. When
That's
the team
true.
lose, most of the time quarterback gonna get the credit. So I don't want to hear. This is the time for Pat
Okay,
Mahomes
so let me give you
put the team on its back. I don't care about your ankle. I don't care about anything. If Pat Mahomes go out there and put up 30 and they just have a terrible defensive game, then to me I make him be like, you know what?
But here's my
defense
thing.
ain't do his job. But if the defense is serviceable and it comes down to Pat and Burrow,
But here's the thing. Joe Burrow has a lot more to prove than Pat Mahomes does right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He has way more to prove.
I don't see how we question somebody's legacy that literally has a Super Bowl.
It's time to win.
This young in the game.
It's time to beat Burrow.
Thank you for joining us on the For the Win Vodcast.
Make sure you follow us on IG at For the Win Vodcast, on YouTube at For the Win, on Apple Music, on Spotify. We are everywhere.
For the win. And we out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.